ladies and gentlemen, they say you don't take a photograph, you make it. Here in the studio, we have the photographer Layla Al-Fardan to talk to us more about this beautiful statement. Well, good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I am okay. Tell me more about you. So, photography, what's going on there?
First of all, thank you for inviting me here today.
Our pleasure.
I'm very honored to be here today.
Oh, thank you.
At the start, I am Layla Al-Fardan. I was a civil engineer for a couple of years.
Okay.
Then I didn't find the job that fulfilled my passion, so I have found LHF Media.
Okay.
We create content for food and product photography and videography.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow. So, civil engineering, right?
Yes.
You go around, you work, and it wasn't fulfilling. But what was the moment that you know that it's time to open LHF? Something happened? Somebody suggested that to you? What happened?
I was the photographer of the family since I was a kid.
Okay, so free
I'm
pics every day.
And I'm still the photographer of the family.
And forever.
Yeah. And I know it since I was a kid that I'm a photographer, but
Okay.
I didn't realize it until like 2014.
Okay.
I was leaning toward the food photography more, and that encouraged me, beside my family encouraged me to take courses in food photography.
Wow.
I took courses with Andrew Scravani. He's a New York Times magazine food photographer.
Wow.
And Steve Hansen. And
Steve Hansen?
yes,
Really?
that was the start, yes.
That was a very strong start. If you pretty much
Alhamdulillah,
took a course with
alhamdulillah.
Steve Hansen, it's a very big name.
Yes, yes, it's online now.
Okay.
So it's easier to take courses with the
Course.
big names like
Yeah.
these, yes.
Amazing, amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so you took your courses, and then all of a sudden you felt like, I don't want to be a civil engineer anymore, and you opened up LHF. Great.
Yes.
So you're focusing on F&B, food and beverages, as when it comes
Yes,
to photography?
I started with food photography
Okay.
mainly. Recently, I have added the product photography.
Products,
And
yeah.
we have added also the stop motion and the videography also for the product, as it's a demand now in the
Yes,
social
of
media.
course,
And
of course.
yeah.
What do you prefer personally? Although there's money everywhere to be made in videography and photography, but personally, you're more of a photographer?
I'm
Or
more
things are
like a
changing?
stop motioner.
Stop motion. It's like that thing, you know? We
Yes,
take the frames.
yes, it's
What?
very interesting, and I spent hours leaning to that table, and I don't give enough. It's my passion. I love it.
Right now, even the director himself is just talking to me. It's like each frame is a picture.
Yes, yes. Each frame is a picture. It takes forever to create one moment.
Wow.
But it's really amazing.
Well, it's like you take one thing, you change the angle, and you take a picture. Then
Yeah.
you change, you take a picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's very interesting, to be honest with you. That's very interesting. When it comes to food right now, have you taken all kind of cuisines, or do you know certain type of cuisines?
Right now, all type of cuisines.
Okay.
On the demand, what the market demand, we
Right.
can create content for them. Yes.
And you get free food with that.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Amazing, amazing. Like I saw some of your photos.
Yeah.
They did make me hungry.
Really?
They were so good.
That's what we are aiming in food
Right.
photography. The factor that react the viewer that to say, oh, that make me hungry. That look delicious. I want to grab this.
Okay.
Or the other factor, if you can't make the food delicious, then you make it interesting. So that's interesting. That's what will catch the viewer to stay
Wow.
long with the photo.
Wow. You know what's really beautiful? Even though we are at a market, people think and say we're oversaturated. We're photographers and videographers, but that's not too true, right? Because everybody has a different style.
Exactly. Everybody have his different. Even if you replicate the same exact photo, you will add your touches to it, your your point of view, your like touches, and that will make every single photo is unique by itself.
Okay. Do you have a preferred technical stuff going on, like, you know, certain lens, a certain camera, certain lighting?
I'm a Canon shooter, so I prefer Canon always.
Canon, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But prefer lens for food photography and for product photography. There is certain type of lens that we prefer to use, like the 100 millimeter to capture these details and the sheen, and it capture really magically photos.
Right.
Also, the all-time favorite 50 millimeter lens, and the general lens is 24 to 70, so we can see a lot of, we can use it in a wider shots or in a tight shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel you want to venture to something more than just commercial, like, you know, I would say weddings, maybe?
No.
No. Did I trigger something here?
I cringe here, right?
It's like, no.
No,
Oh,
no.
what happened?
No. I'm focusing really in food and product.
Okay.
Maybe a headshot for a chef, but not a wedding.
Not a wedding.
The tense in a wedding, it's once
The
in a
tension.
lifetime. That's real stuff.
Yeah, going through your own wedding was more than enough.
Yes,
I'm
more
sure
than
of that.
enough.
I'm sure of that. Like, we even have photographers who are just specialized in taking photos of babies. What about that?
It's very nice. I like baby photography, but I cannot handle it. I think I cannot handle the babies.
You know, it's that's great. It's great. You know, you're clear about what you want to focus on. What makes you
Yes.
even better and better on your craft.
Yes, food is more predictable.
It's more predictable. Tell me more about that. What do you mean it's more predictable?
Food will not vomit on you. It's more predictable, exactly.
It's like, you will stay there.
Yes,
it
you
will
will
stay there. The most is going to happen is expire.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, very interesting. What was your favorite cuisine to take a picture of? A burger, maybe a spaghetti, sushi? What's your favorite?
I like burger. I like building the burger.
Oh, interesting.
And because the burger itself, it have too many layers.
Yeah.
And the way we build it for the photo, it's an art itself.
It's an art itself, right?
You can see it right away on the table without taking the photo. It's for the styling. The burger is my favorite part of photographing the burger.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting talk, to be honest with you. What about mobile photography? Like, you know, with all the Samsungs and iPhones and all of that, where people go in using filters on Instagram, TikTok. Now, and a lot of them say, oh, I know I'm a photographer, and then he just gets his mobile out. What is your statement on that?
It's okay.
It's
There
okay.
is a very talented mobile photographers here in Bahrain and outside of Bahrain. Mobile now is beating with the camera. Their mobility, you have it every time without taking lenses and changing it.
Right.
It's all about who handle this camera. Either it's a phone or a camera. If you know how to manipulate the light, how to take a focus for, how to place or frame the plate, then you are a photographer. We take millions of photos with our eyes every day. So we are all photographers.
I've never heard that before. We are photographers. We just take photos with our eyes.
Yes, we are photographers, yes.
It's beautiful. Now, the transition you had, you know, when you were in engineering all the way to photography, were there obstacles? Like, were you scared that you're going to do this? Or you were super confident that it's going to be okay?
At the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I was only sharing my passion.
Right.
It didn't started as a career. It started like I'm doing something that I enjoy.
Right.
And then by time, it's become like a career, and it's
like
built up. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. That's so beautiful to hear this, really. In the market, like we said, there's like a lot of artists, photographers, right? And it's just everybody has a different style. Did somebody inspire you the most? Like, is there a photographer, like, you look at his work and I'm like, yes, that's inspiring.
I'm inspired by every single photographer in my journey.
I love this attitude.
And because everyone is unique by his style. So I take from this style and take from this style. And I like arrange my own bouquet of artists. So every artist is unique by his vision and his style. And I like to take from each one.
Amazing. That is a good attitude to have, a very good attitude. Well, any last words to your viewers and advice, something you would like to say?
I don't know.
Well, a smile is good. Sometimes it's not easy, yeah, I understand that.
For every beginner, don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
And don't put your work to harsh criticism that will repel you from the thing that you are passionate about.
Okay.
At the start, we all do ugly photos. And we love them, even though they are ugly, we love them. So it's a journey, it's a long journey. You will learn and learn and learn by your mistakes every single day till you become a professional. One day I was like you, and now I'm here. I cannot believe it myself.
That is powerful.
Alhamdulillah.
Well, you know what, Layla, thank you so much for joining us right here on Bahrain Now. And I think pretty much after that, we're going to go and take a lot of photos with you. How about that?
Thank you very
Amazing.
much. Thank you.
Most definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like Layla said, don't be afraid. Go for it. One photo at a time until you reach to a level you know it's going to be a beautiful thing to even have more photos in the future. All that took place right here with Layla on Bahrain Now.